Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the Positive Experience podcast, where we look at the good, the bad and the ugly in living your best life. Today's segment is called In the Trenches, where we look behind the scenes at what's happening in the clinic. Hey guys, it's Leki and Aarvi here. Welcome to our Trenches episode today. And today we thought we'd throw you a curveball, and we're going to just have a conversation like with two buddies in the pub, having a chat, and it's sharing with you guys the exciting next steps on where we're looking to go as a health company. And in terms of knowing where we're looking to go, I think it's important to revisit what our original goals were, what the overarching vision. So what I might do is invite Aarvi just to explain a little bit of the grand plan, early days, in terms of like satellite clinics, and then I'll introduce the direction that we're heading in moving forward.
Yeah, so as Leki mentioned, so building satellite city, like all in different locations. Like we got one in Truganina, one in Wyndham Vale, two in Kyneton, one in Newport, and then they're all based in medical centres. So each one is called a satellite clinic, and then main goal is to have one standalone place, which Leki's going to discuss a little bit later. So I think at the moment we're at the space where we're doing well with our satellite clinics, and we're probably getting close to our next step, and that's the next step forward. Like Leki always describes, there's like a line, there's wellness up here, and then the people and the medical side where everyone's sick, the sickness and wellness on the other side. So we're just trying to follow that trajectory, I suppose. So do you want to sort of discuss what's happening at the moment, or the next thing from Satellite City?
Yep. So with satellite clinics, right, they're like smaller spaceships, and then there's like a mothership, So I just like to think of Star Wars, let's call it. And there's like the big Death Star planet ship thing. So we're moving towards building this big standalone wellness center. Okay. So right now, Aarvi and I, we're fantasizing about what this may look like, and we'd also invite you guys to give us some insight on what you would like in a service, which is all-encompassing, like whatever you would wish that you had that's not available in this area, or it's a service that is popular maybe somewhere else, but it's not available in the western suburbs of Melbourne. That is sort of where we're throwing ideas up on the board now. We're looking to roll out into this next phase of our growth. And for me personally, I am heading down towards a certain pathway in health, which is interesting to me and people like me. But I appreciate not everyone is like me. People have different interests, right? So when Aarvi was talking about a line or a spectrum where you have sickness on one side and wellness on the other, you, me, Aarvi, everyone, we all live on this spectrum somewhere, but we all, are sitting on different parts of the spectrum. So if you have cancer, for example, you would be probably closer to the sickness side of the spectrum, but you still want to get better and feel better, look good, be healthy, but you're on the sicker side because cancer is pretty serious. If you're a professional athlete and you play soccer for the, Socceroos, you would be pretty fit. You'd have a good rig, you'd be really well conditioned, you eat really well. But even high caliber athletes still want to improve their recovery, want to improve their fitness, want to get fitter on the field, get stronger, more powerful. So I think this sliding scale, this idea of a spectrum of health is really important. And that's where we're looking to try and offer this wellness center. Is the point of difference is to encompass things that everyone would like to, so that it can touch on people's different interests, and what they want. So, for example, Aarvi, how do you see this wellness center? What would you like to see inside this shop? If you had all the money in the world and you put together your dream spots for the lifting equipment and all the gear, what would it look like to you, big fella?
If I had all the money in the world, I'd go probably the high-tech, high-caliber gym equipment with all like the different functions, pretty much customize everything you can do. So make it for each machine is customized and then you'll be able to use it however you want. And if you've got some kind of injury or get some problem and you can't sit and do it, it'll be customized enough that you can fix it and still do that exercise. And then I also would have like all the top tier bars, so like the Olympic lifting bars. I have the top of the range ones, like the Texas bar for deadlifting, the Leki bar for bench, and then I probably have maybe the Rogue or just a couple of, even the elephant bar for those bigger guys that need the heavier load, and then heaps of dumbbells and just squat a mono lift rack. I'll probably definitely have that. It's a bit more expensive. So mono lift is the one where the big power lifters have the rack, but you can take it off straight away instead of you having to walk out backwards then squat. This one, you sit in one spot, the rack clips come off with the support of other people, and you squat down and the lift just comes back on. So it's what the people use in competition.
And it's got those swivel things, yeah? Those swivel things, yeah.
Yeah, and so it makes a big difference, because especially when you go to those heavier loads, the walkout makes it quite challenging, and you're tired by the time you even have to squat, and then trying to get it back up, and you can mess it up, and it's how people can get injured at times. What else? I would have a bit more like a bit of recovery equipment, all this new fancy technology that's coming out. Have that in there, so once they do the workout, they can go in and work on that, like as you mentioned, the spectrum of the wellness. So there's more stuff to it, not just a gym. There's more recovery kind of things which help your performance, I suppose. So that's probably my ideal. How about yours?
Yeah, I'm on a similar wavelength. I think having some awesome equipment would be one. I'm really big on the recovery side. So part of it for me, like right now, there's a place that I go to that have a yoga classes, and there's lots of different ways that you can apply yoga, right? But this is more like it's like a flow meditative sort of thing. So it's really focusing on the mind stuff, but also like yoga is pretty stressful. Like if you try and hold some of those positions, you'll be sweating bricks. So it's quite a good workout. So yoga would be one. I'd be looking at things like cryotherapy. So one of those recovery measures. I'd be looking at light therapy as well, like some of the red light stuff, near infrared, far infrared. I would also be looking at a place that has like holistic health, right? But what does that mean? It's like a place that has a great massage therapist with different types of techniques to get a lot of that release work. I'd like to have, like, we're physios. I'd like to have some fancy equipment like the Theraguns available, not just for me, but people can, like, imagine if there's Theraguns on the wall and you're a member of this wellness center, and then you're going in, it's kind of like a foam roller. There's like a communal foam roller. There could be a communal like Theragun. You can go there and do some trigger point release, prep yourself, do some Aarvi activations, then bang out some lat work, And then we also have been, thinking about group training. So thinking about what sort of group training and who, we can help with certain types of group training, whether you're a really fit sort or you're a bit battered and bruised, and, there's different types of people that need help but still prefer the group training space. So I think for me, I like to think of, if you think of a metaphor like a village, and in the village there's like heaps of people that have different jobs. I'm thinking about, say, 500 years ago, so not modern, but the like old ancient, say, village. You would have someone that'd be like the healer. You'd have someone that'd be kind of like the builder. You'd have somebody else that has a different role, but then you could sort of come together and you work together in this community. And that's how I see this sort of on the space. Like you have different professionals, but then they come together in this one space to help everyone in that community, in that village, to then slide up towards wellness in that health spectrum. So today we just wanted to give you an idea of what Leki and Aarvi see this wellness space materializing. Like, we are heavy into the research phase, but we're going to look to you guys soon so we can tap into what you guys want, what you guys feel is a shortage, and what you would really love. Like if you had a Christmas wish list and you had a wish list of things that you want to have, this is the time that we'd love to hear from you, because we are putting things down to paper and punching some of the keys on the calculator so we can figure out what we can do, where we can start, and then we can launch, with your help, we can launch something successful so that we can grow it into things that can help everyone on the health spectrum. So how does that sound, Aarvi? I think this is a good place to start, just starting big and then starting to narrow down into what we can do.
Yeah, I think you raise a good point there with the people asking what they want, because they're the ones that are going to be using it. Because in most cases, you go to a place, it's what the owner has decided is going to go there, but the customers are the ones that actually use your equipment and use that business, if that makes sense. So that's what our main. We're going to look at you guys and try and see what you guys actually want in the area, and then we'll try and craft it in a way where it works for everyone, and that you can work along that spectrum. And I think gets you more engaged as well. So, yeah, I'm on the same page with that one.
Yeah, cool. So if you guys are down with that, we have a Facebook group. It's free to join, and it's really like a research project for us, because we would love to build something that you guys want, feel, and would pay for, because it's a service that is really servicing your needs. Okay, so we're passionate about health, we're passionate about our particular interests, and we also want to rope in other people that can help provide services to make this wellness space exactly what you're after. So we're going to keep our ear to the ground. We're going to listen to what you guys ask for. So, a link to this video will point you towards our Facebook page, ProPhysio Plus, and then you'll see in one of the groups there, like a research group. It'll be clear. So just click in there, and then Aarvi, myself, and a few other guys will be in there, and we'll be putting in regular updates on where we're up to, what we're doing, and we'll have polls and things. And right now it's just an idea, but with these small ideas, as it gathers momentum, and then what I'm envisaging is we'll actually do like an Instagram live or something. We'll actually walk you through this space, and then we can say, hey, over here is going to be the bathroom. This is where we're going to. What do you guys think about the rack? Should it be over here or over here? You tell us. So basically, you guys are the boss. We're going to figure out, how to make sure that you guys are happy. Cool. How's that sound, Aarvi? Sounds all right.
The exciting times ahead, I reckon. But yeah, definitely. So keep an eye out on that page, and we definitely look forward to your feedback, guys.
Cool. All right, guys, that's it for our Churches episode today. Keep an eye out for our wellness space. We'll probably loop you guys in on what we're going to call it. We have a few ideas floating around, but we haven't tied it down. But that may be our next episode. So jump onto the Facebook group, and we'll continue the conversation over there. All right? Leki and Aarvi signing out. As always, making up simple. See you guys.